The girl was shocked to find that her adopted sister had become exactly like herself. At first, she thought she was hallucinating, but as time went by, the girl was horrified to find that her adopted sister not only became more and more like herself, but even the nanny at home often mistook her adopted sister for the girl. The girl fearfully suspected that she would be replaced by her adopted sister again. It turned out that the girl was reborn. In the singing competition of her previous life, the girl should have been a new singer and enjoyed the admiration of countless fans. As a result, when she was performing on stage, the girl was horrified to find that her singing skills had disappeared. At this time, the adopted sister took the opportunity to show not only the girl's singing skills, but even her face completely changed into the girl's. The girl became like the adopted sister. Even the parents in the audience regarded the adopted sister as their real daughter. In the end, the adopted sister replaced everything that belonged to the girl, and she was beaten by the audience as a plagiarist. Death. But the girl unexpectedly reborn 3 years ago. Recalling everything in her past life, the girl was full of hatred for her scheming adopted sister. Thinking that her adopted sister had snatched her song for the first time in the new generation singing competition 5 days later in her previous life. This time, the girl vowed that she would never let her succeed again. She tore up the winning song in front of the scheming girl, so she tore up the lyrics she had written into pieces. Then she locked herself in the room and rewrote a new song. Just when she felt that everything was safe, she saw her parents reading the new song written by her scheming adopted sister, and repeatedly praised her for writing well. However, this shocked the girl, because the lyrics her parents were reading were the new song she had just written, but the girl couldn't figure out how her lyrics were plagiarized not long after they were written. The girl immediately suspected that there might be surveillance cameras installed in her room, so she deliberately asked a professional to check without telling her family. But the conclusion was that there was no surveillance in her room. The girl was completely puzzled. Suddenly, the girl looked at her laptop. She had always been used to writing songs on the computer. If the scheming adopted sister installed a virus on her computer, then everything could be explained. At this time, she thought of her fiancé who was a computer expert. It seemed that the relationship between the two of them had become close without knowing when, so the girl judged that the two were probably in the same group. Sure enough, the girl had just finished dealing with the computer when her fiancé called the scheming adopted sister and told her that the girl had recently discovered the problem with the computer. However, the scheming adopted sister was not panicked at all because the truth that the girl thought was what the scheming adopted sister wanted her to see, in order to dispel the girl's doubts and let her continue to help her create new songs. In order to prevent her songs from being plagiarized again, the girl decided to record her new song and post it online. Just when she thought there would be no problem this time, she was horrified to find that her scheming adopted sister had released a new song before her, and it was the song she had just created. Fear and confusion filled the girl's body. She picked up a pen and wrote 3 songs that would only appear in the future based on her memories of her past life. But just after she finished writing, she found that her scheming adopted sister had shown the same new song on the internet at the same time. The girl was immediately at a loss. After thinking it over again and again, she decided to find a place where no one was to create. Then she went to the park outside the community and started to create. Just when the girl was fully engaged in music creation, she suddenly heard the scheming girl singing the same song as her.